Chicken here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, of course, we're getting right into the crab. Currently on stage 36. Just had a pretty epic fail. I'm gonna break down my last few crab attacks here for you. I think it's gonna be, better just to go through replays rather than doing them live. Because when I do them live, they take like this would be like a 45-minute video doing all these live. But so stage 30, I've started to use Smokey Tanks, and I believe I'm not sure if I recorded and showed 28 and 29 or they didn't show up on my replay list, but exact same thing, exact same strategy, guys. I was able to solo a lot of bases with it, and it's working out super well. Not so much now past 35, but for stages like 28 to 33, I think it worked super well. Now, the only problem is with the, so you'll see I'm using the Smokey Tanks, kind of like a Smokey Zuka attack, and it's working so well because obviously I can let them come out of the smoke. They're not going to die. They deal a good amount of damage, and then I can let them clear an area without losing too many, if any of them, depending on how many cannons or shock launchers are around. And then I can kind of get them over to the next area. So it's a good way to do because normally you would do Mega Crab in partial attacks, right? Like I've talked about that before, and smoking the tanks allows you to kind of do that with one attack, of course. So I'm not sure if did I finish this one? Oh yeah, this one was nuts. This was a crazy finish. I was really scared there when the pumpkin mortar started going off and stuff. But the thing about the pumpkin mortars that I haven't mentioned yet is they don't have any health. They don't have any health. They have it's like 2 artilleries to take them out. I think it's 3 now, up at 36, but like for most of you guys, it's gonna be it's gonna be 2 artilleries to take them out. So if you ever see them grouped up, just go ahead and artillery them down out of the way. Okay, so that was 30, 31. Yeah, we went on a bit of a roll last night, guys. We went on a bit of a roll. Again, Smokey Tanks doing really well here. I'm gonna go ahead. I won't play it in 4-speed. I'll play it in 2-speed. But you see all this stuff up at the front? I don't really need to take it out, and I can also kind of let it hit me a little bit aside from the shock launcher, so I was able to throw them out and then kind of smoke them afterwards to save a little bit of GBE, because when you have to smoke on the landing, it just makes it cost so much. I've tried a couple of Zuka attacks now, and it's just so expensive to actually get them where you need them, because with the tanks, they can step in and out, right? Like, it's not a really big deal. Like, the smokes don't have to be like perfect. It's more so about knowing the area that you want them in. Like, I wanted them in this area, and then I was able to shock most of the cannons. And from there, then, like, you're gonna need, on a shield of 2 million health, you're gonna need all the tanks, and you're gonna need most of the 2 minutes to take it down here. You see how long it takes me to actually blast this down, and I think we only lost, like, maybe 3 or 4 tanks. So yeah, that's more or less how that works. Like, yes, Suzukas would be better if I could get them there, but it's too much GBE. I have to clear all the mines. The tanks can run the mines for me, so GBE wise, the Smokey Tank thing is working out just so well. Okay, so then we moved on to, where did we get to? We got to stage 32, and I'll show you my powder in a minute, guys. I've put in 30 powders thus far. This is my 3rd boost that I'm on currently, and I went to bed last night, slept for about 6 hours, and it seems that I only got 3 attacks regenerated, so I don't think you can actually get any more than 3 at one time, which kind of sucks. So don't sleep more than 6 hours if you're gonna go hashtag chicken crazy on the crab here, guys. That's the plan. So yeah, I get the tanks to an area. I let them clear out the zone. Now what happened there was they had the speed serum on them, so I could smoke them right up to the shock launcher and then kick them back out super quickly. The speed serum can be extremely useful for different smoking scenarios, because I haven't been able to do it properly yet because I keep getting them to fly back out and forth. But what you can do is you can smoke them up to it and then activate it with an artillery, and then your tanks start like getting the glow and like the music goes off and stuff. I'll show you these fails too. And what you can do is you can space your smokes out even farther. You can almost double the length of your smokes because they're going to get there so much faster that nothing's going to target them. Like they're not going to have time for a boom cannon or whatever. So for here, the plan was to take out the shield generators and then smoke all the way over, because this one had a monster shield. It had 9 shield gens. I think this one was the 3 million shield. It might have been 2 million, but it was over 1 million for sure. So it was too much for the tanks to take down. So my plan was to smoke them there. And you see there's so many mines. Like there's so many mines. They're actually doing a lot of damage. And I think I actually would have had that if the stupid pumpkin mortar didn't go off. Oh, those pumpkin mortars, guys. Those pumpkin mortars. Giving me nightmares. Hashtag chicken nightmares, guys. Okay, so that was stage 33. We went ahead and finished it with all Zookas. I have found a couple instances where Zookas have been really useful. Obviously this one, because once I get up on the core, there's no shocks that I need. I had a couple bad Zooka fails too though, so they're definitely not my go-to choice for crab. They're extremely difficult to use. It's mostly because I'm like, maybe turtle or Zmot would be a lot better with Zookas. Like obviously they would be, but I mean I'm just saying, like in terms of strategy, I'm sure there's something I'm missing somewhere. Because I'm getting their pathing wrong a lot, which is seems to be why my Zooka attacks are failing. I'm just kind of like misjudging where the smoke should go. Okay, so then this was just now. This was on 34, I think. Which one was this? Was this 34? I want to get it right before we see it. Was this successful? 34. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 34. They're starting to get. They're starting to be pretty monstrous bases here, guys. I saw the leader in my area went from 33 to 36 overnight, so they're starting to slow down now. It's not going to be like at the beginning where you go from like 1 to 25 without losing any. Like it's gonna start to eat at your attacks, and I don't know what happened there. I got up there and they all just died. The shock launcher was doing a lot of damage. The sniper towers were wrecking me. So maybe well, obviously Smokey Tank won't be viable once I get into like the later stages, but I wasn't expecting it to be that much of a massive drop off from being able to solo to having like difficulty doing anything. So I think I used them here again, and I just tried to get them in line better. And you see what I mean about the, like, obviously I'm not used to Smoking Tanks, so the pathing is like kind of crazy. The good thing with them though is that they're so slow that even if you have no idea where they're gonna go, unless they're at the very end of the base, you're gonna have like enough time to smoke them. So that's definitely beneficial though, using the slow tanky tanks. So we got in good position there. We were able to finish. 34 went down. I probably would have been better off just to do that from the start, but I don't like putting the tank straight on the shield because it is risky. Alright, so moving on to 35 here. This was my Zooka fail. This was awful. I was so mad because I should have been able to do this so easily. Like, just wrap them around. I need 1 shock. I need 1, 2, 3 shocks. 3 rounds of shock. I did miscalculate, or misjudge, I should say. I don't do any calculations, guys. We know that. How much GBE it was gonna take to actually get them there, and I lost. I actually didn't lose that many right there. I thought the raid was done. I was furious at this point, but then I looked down and each boat had like between 13 and 11 Zookas, so it actually wasn't that bad. It gets worse. It does get worse. So we got up here. Because it doesn't look like you're that far away from the base to need to throw your smokes out. I didn't lose any there, guys. I didn't lose any there. It looked close, but I also misjudged the amount of damage I was going to do, I guess. So I shocked those rocket launchers, and that was all the GB I had. I had 167 starting, and just smoking them there took everything. So I wasn't able to get really anything done. So that was basically a wasted attack, which kind of sucked because I could have done the same thing with tanks and just, like, I was just getting too fancy with it, guys. Just getting too fancy. So I did the same thing with tanks next time, and I took it down relatively quickly. Well, I guess not relatively quickly, because it took 2 minutes and 20 seconds or whatever the replay just said. So maybe it helped taking out some of the shield with the Zookas first, but if this is your first go at 35, I would suggest doing this first. Or there's probably something I'm missing, right? Like, I'm sure someone will say, like, oh, I did that one easy with, like, heavy Zookas with my eyes closed. Like, you just go up to the left or whatever. Yeah, so anyways, this one went down. Once I got the tanks there, there's nothing really that could stop them. And yeah, that was 35. I'll show you my latest attack on 36. Again, getting too fancy with it, guys. Getting too fancy with it. So my plan was to smoke heavies and Zookas all along the right, and have the heavies clear the mines and stuff on the HQ, because I knew it was going to be such a long walk. I wouldn't have that much GBE. And things just went to hell here, guys. Like, this was just god-awful. One of my worst attacks, I think, ever. Honestly, what happened was there were so many pumpkin mines going off, and like the music and the clouds and stuff like getting in the way. Like, I couldn't see what was happening. I didn't understand where my Zookas were going. Like right there, okay, yeah, that's my fault. I sent them right in. But that pumpkin mine went off, I think. Does it affect them under the smoke? I guess not, eh? Oh yeah, okay, right there. So someone stepped out in the smoke. And okay, yeah, this is where it went wrong. I haven't really looked at this again yet. Okay, so the Zookas popped out, the pumpkin mine goes off. The Zookas are going everywhere. Oh jeez. Jeez. Oh, this was terrible, man. I was furious. But yeah, the critters are out, the pumpkins are flying, the Zookas are sprinting in every direction. The heavies are going crazy. I don't know what to do at this point. I'm flaring up, still hoping that I have 10 Zookas left. And then I'm just like, I don't even know where to use my spare GBE on now. Like, I don't know what the plan's gonna be for the next one. So I think I took out the mortar and that thing, and then I did some damage onto the boom cannon. So I think for next time, I think for my next attack, which comes up in about 2 hours, I'm probably going to go all tanks again, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, guys. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is the chicken lesson for today, and that is stages 30 through 36. We'll call it 30 through 35. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for the Mega Crab update, and hopefully we'll see you in a few hours with 35 to 40, but we'll see how that goes, guys. And yeah, good luck. Happy crab hunting. Chicken out.